Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 10th edition of the Insights Group newsletter, Constructive Ways to Resolve Conflict. I want to tell you now as I start that I'm talking to you now as an act of courage. I'm practicing getting more comfortable with myself and talking to you directly, just me to you. And my idea is that this is going to be a win-win, because the more comfortable I get in talking to you and the better you're listening, and the more comfortable I'm getting, the more you're going to learn, the more effective I am. So it's going to work out for all of us. So thanks again for being there for me. So again, I just want to preface that this is at my Relationship Vision website, Relationship Vision, your go-to resource for relationship training, for you to learn and become empowered to transform your relationships by developing a relationship with yourself. And I think that this is for people who, most of the people I talk to and who are going to be watching this, hopefully are in touch with your need for connection and intimacy and love, and want to really learn how to create that experience for yourself, and just be able to create nourishing, deeply connected and intimate relationships for yourself. There's a lot to learn about that. But overall, what the through line in my website and all my information is that all of it to elevate your consciousness, increase your connectability, and ignite your creativity. The topic today is constructive ways to resolve conflict. Now, as a relationship therapist, most of the couples and relationships that I work with, the overwhelming majority, come in to work because of their difficulties in communication, communicating to each other. They have breakdowns over and over again. They can't get through conversations. They can't resolve conflict, and invariably find themselves in these repetitive dynamics that go nowhere, burn them out, and feel miserable, leave them feeling miserable with each other and miserable in the relationship. And they're really at a loss. They're tired of coming into therapy to clean up their messes, which they can't clean up, and hope one day to be able to get past that, and to be able to deepen their relationship and grow their relationship and work better as a team. Now, the thing that I learned about that, in all with the consistent theme in all of these cases, is that it was apparent that when they were talking to each other in my office with their issues and trying to resolve conflict, is that no one was listening to each other. They weren't listening. They didn't know how to listen. They didn't know that they weren't listening. And they were just kind of talking to each other, talking past each other without really hearing and understanding each other. And there was no connection. So in a lot of these cases, it comes out that the tool that they need to learn, the tool I want to give them, is to learn how to listen better and to understand what listening is. So when you listen better to each other, you're going to understand each other, and the conversations are going to move through and become productive and meaningful, and whatever you're talking about, there's going to be a greater level of resolution if you're able to listen. And the idea of listening is learning how it's an art form that's really necessary in order to connect and be intimate. And the idea of learning how to listen is a practice that when you're listening, when the other person is talking and you're listening so that when the other person is finished, you could tell them what you heard. And if they feel that you heard what their experience was and where they were coming from, the defensiveness and the intensity and the frustration is going to go way down, and it's the whole atmosphere in the relationship is going to warm up a lot more and feel more connected and more inviting, and just feel a lot better. So it's learning how to listen as the tool and the practice that will help you communicate better and work through, express difficult feelings, unexpressed feelings and resolve conflict. And by being able to have conversations that get them to that work, they have a conversation to get the airtime for those issues and feelings, to get the airtime they need, so you can move into the phase of resolving or how they're going to proceed together. But that will be on the basis of feeling that they're really hearing and getting each other. So listening, practice, learning how to get better, become a better listener and listen better is the key to resolving conflicts and getting through difficult conversations. So that's okay. So I'll leave it there for now. Yes, rely on the connections you make and the intimacy you create for sustenance. All right, take care. See you next time.